Allow me to take you back to a simpler time.
No. What? No! Oh my God! Steve! What? What? What the heck?
Alright, Steve.
This is so good.
So young, so naive. Alright, to catch anyone up who's confused, we're talking about Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, a crossover fighting game that covers the gamut of animated gaming characters. From Mario to Sonic, from Pikachu to Pac-Man, from the little guy from Animal Crossing to the Wii Fit trainer. Now, pop quiz, what is the best-selling game of all time? That's right, it's chess. No, I'm kidding, it's Minecraft. Minecraft is not only the best-selling game, but one of the most beloved staples in any medium ever. There are film buffs who hate The Godfather, musicians who hate the Beatles. There is no one who shits on Minecraft. I wanted to add in like a criticism of Minecraft into this part of the video, and my heart wouldn't let me write one. So combining Minecraft with another beloved IP in Smash should be...
Rebuilding! Oh!
perfect. In reality, Steve has, had some problems fitting in with the other kids. In concept, he's a cool character. He's slow, but he packs a punch, and he's from Minecraft, so he fittingly has a really creative toolset. The reason Smash stands out in the fighting genre is each character just has a set of tools, and it's up to you to string them together in a way that leads to kills. There's no up, down, left, left special, throw him up, hit him with a fireball. You gotta come up with that shit yourself. And combining that with a character who can just place blocks anywhere leads to some cool shit. Now, I've only been showing you highlights so far, so you might be getting the impression that Steve is this unbeatably overpowered character, and that's not... well, no, he's not unbeatable. He's not unbeatable. He's just got some neat tricks, some annoying setups, and, like I said earlier, a lot of options. Okay, here's what I mean by options. A character in Smash has a series of moves. Punch this way, kick that way, fly over here, throw a grenade, use a hula hoop, stuff like that. And then, if you're a nerd, a character has tech. Admittedly, I'm out of my depth here. I don't play much Ultimate, and when I do, the tech that I use is chase my buddies around the map with a snake rocket and the Ness, lightning ball. I didn't play Earthbound, I don't know what that thing is. But tech, which is different from teching, whatever, is a colloquial term players use for the extra options a character has when you string together moves or use certain moves at certain times. The big differentiator here is that tech is usually not defined by the game, it's discovered by Gimmer, the players. Here's a simple example. There's a tech in Melee called bomb launching. It looks like this. Now, you probably saw what happened there, but here's Save State's explanation in case you missed it. When Link throws a bomb down at his feet, he can normally ASDI it down by continuing to hold the C-stick down, which gives him the opportunity to tech his own bomb. However, if he's teetering at an edge and does this and purposely misses his tech while holding away from the stage, he edge cancels the mistech and carries the momentum away from stage. Now, if that seems overly simplistic to you, remember that it's from Melee, a 20-year-old game. Some of the tech in Ultimate can actually get a little complicated. Which brings us back to Steve. I don't follow Ultimate that closely, but when someone discovers new Steve tech, it usually makes enough waves that I end up hearing about it. It's gotten to the point where people have wanted Steve banned from tournaments. Every character has some fun matchup-altering tech, but they argue that at some point if a character has way more favorable in-game options than they were ever meant to have, it upsets the balance of the game. This criticism has pretty much always been dismissed, mainly because Smash has never had balance. That's why the community is so obsessed with tier lists. It adds to the character of the game. It's exciting when MKLeo reverse 3-0s Akazia with Marth. However, things change. There's a new Steve tech in town, and this one's got beef with the sheriff. Allow me to explain. You know when you get punched in the face, right? Ow, it hurts, right? You gotta take a couple seconds. In Smash, we call that hit stun, and it's a core mechanic to how the game is played. It means if you land an attack, you might be able to sneak another one in before the other player is even allowed to react. In some cases, this takes skill. It means you kind of have to plan your attack so that you have enough time after your first one to sneak a second one in. But other times, it's just part of the game. You might have a move that is designed to be multiple hits that take advantage of hit stun. Steve is now able to say, fuck all that. Introducing PMLG. Don't worry, I'll explain it perfectly as far as I understand it, which isn't much. Okay, PMLG stands for Phantom MLG. MLG is a previously known Steve tech that I think lets him cancel hit stun when he places a block, but if he does an arrow and then tries to place a block, he won't place the block and there will be a phantom block, and then if he's getting attacked, he can try to place a block that isn't there, cancel all the hit stun, and then react. I don't get it either, and I might have just explained it wrong, but what it means is if you attack a Steve who's performing a PMLG, fuck you. He has actionable time immediately after being hit, which is not supposed to happen. He can also respond with almost any move in his toolset, which is not supposed to happen. And if your move is designed to have multiple hits in it, he can just ignore that, which is not supposed to happen. So now, as you can imagine, the ban Steve train has more traction. Didn't realize that line rhymed when I wrote it. But that's tough. It's a big move to ban a character, and it opens the door to more bans. Plus, there are plenty of players who have practiced and become good at Steve, and shitty game design isn't their fault. So you might be thinking, okay, we'll just ban the tech, which is a maybe, that may actually happen, but it will suck to implement. There aren't a ton of eyes on every game at every tournament, and the move happens pretty quickly. A famous example of a move being banned is wobbling from Melee. It was an infinite combo that starts with an Ices grab. In that case, it was a lot clearer. There's not really ambiguity to when wobbling happens, and it almost always just led to an instant kill, so the ban felt more urgent. But even wobbling wasn't an instant ban, and there's still conversation to this day about whether it should stay banned. I think some necessary context to this conversation is the general feeling in Smash that you just don't change shit. I think it comes from the popularity of Melee. As I mentioned earlier, it's a 20-year-old game and it was never really intended to be a competitive fighter. However, if you dove into the mechanics, you discovered a lot of tech. Wave dashing and L canceling were likely completely unintentional, but they exist because the game was made exactly how it was made. It's wabi-sabi, it's beauty and imperfection, and because of that it feels dirty to try to fix it. So like many things in Smash, there will be a conversation. People will be very angry, Leffen will threaten to retire, we'll go through the whole shebang. And I do get it. I don't like the feeling of external rules being pushed onto Smash. I don't like the precedent. I feel bad for Steve players who are now nervous about the future of their character. But in the end, it feels like you gotta ban it. It's pretty messed up. And as an observer, I don't really want to see 20 Steves in every bracket, but that's just me. The Connor Show.